Welcome to Born a Hawkeye. It's Corey here. Fed Scramble after Las Vegas shooter's girlfriend lists FBI as a place of employment on loan application. She may have been an asset. Let's pause this dramatic music here for a second. And yeah, eventually when I get a computer, and no, my smoke alarms have not been changed. Did you just hear it? It went off as soon as I said that. Sorry guys, sorry, I'm broke. Saw this last night, and I'm just like, wowzers, I gotta check this website more often, because this is 2 days old. I'm 2 days late on the case. What have I been doing? I mean, I've just been working, but, you know, you guys don't care. Alright, let's back out of this real fast, alright? True Pundit's doing an amazing job. Thomas Paine, who goes on Jason Goodman's... Don't shake while I'm recording a video, Ross. Go lay down. Go. Thomas Paine's been doing an amazing job reporting. Nobody really knows who he is. Like another video that I had recorded. He's mysterious. Nobody really knows who he is. We know he's in Massachusetts. And he goes on Jason Goodman. I know a lot of you people think Jason Goodman's a shill. Like I always tell people, I listen to all sides of every argument. You got to hear all sides. Let's back out of this real fast, though. FBI assets. FBI assets. The father of Pulse attacker Omar Mateen was an FBI informant. Did he convince the bureaus to stop investigating his son? This guy right here was seen behind Hillary Clinton at her rally. All right, he was an FBI asset. You can Google it, Omar Mateen, Hillary Clinton campaign or rally. Look it up. He was right behind her in the vetted area behind her on TV. That's what you would have gotten if you would have voted Hillary in. Okay, guys, you would have gotten this. FBI informants and their sons shooting places up, gay places up. That's what you would have gotten. He was seen outside of her rally with a sign saying, "You need to elect Hillary. She's strong on blah, 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 blah." All this just propaganda, literal propaganda piece. And the media went up to him and they asked him questions like, you know, why Hillary, blah, 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 blah. You can look. That's not what this video is about. The video is referencing how many of these FBI informants actually turn out to be mass shooters and FFs. How many FFs have to have FBI involved? How many? How many? Well, there's another one. David Hogg's dad, FBI informant. I Googled this earlier. And it's just puff pieces from BuzzFeed to why the conspiracies from the far right are wrong about David Hogg and saying that he was actually there and he wasn't. And I probably shouldn't have used his name, but you know, he's an adult now, so they can't strike me down. His dad works for Cubic Weapon Simulations. We offer a variety of weapon simulations, solutions that safely recreate battlefield effects, explosive weapons. What did the teacher say when she stood outside the door before she was calling all her students in? There was a man dressed in full military garb, and quote unquote, my thought was, why are the police here? Unquote. Why are the police here? He had a face mask. He had full metal garb on with a gun that, quote, I have never seen before, unquote. All right. This company is basically it's a battlefield simulation. They get contracted out by the government to do mass shooting events. They do mass terror events and training and such like that. So like when we all found out that David Hogg's dad was an FBI informant, an FBI agent, an FBI just full of bull, incognito, I guess. They think that it's not going to get out. I don't know. So this is my point, guys. My point, how many FBI informants need to be in place before we start questioning this? The Fed scramble after Las Vegas shooter's girlfriend lists FBI as a place of employment on loan applications. Loan applications are pretty strategic. You can't really lie on them. They do vet. They have a vetting process. Another FBI informant? Another one. Another one? Born a Hawkeye's on it. I smell it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's read in. Get the hell out of here. Close that. Thank you. Mary Lou Danley, the girlfriend of Las Vegas mass shooter Stephen Paddock, worked for the FBI. According to credit application data, the Australian national reported as part of a loan application. The Australian national. Oh, wasn't Brian Hodge an Australian national? Oh, yeah, he was. Go back into my other videos. I think that's part 3 in my Vegas series. Yeah, so she's listed as an FBI, working for the FBI, an informant. It doesn't matter. David Hogg's dad works for Cubic Simulations, which contracts out with the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, all that bull crap, bull crap. Omar Mateen's dad, the guy who went and shot up, who also works for G4S. Omar Mateen worked for G4S Security Systems, G4S, which is known to be highly corrupt. Highly corrupt. Corrupt. They have a lot of explaining to do with what they've been involved in their people. Yep. One of their guys went and shot up Pulse nightclub. Shot him up. Another mass bleep FF. Take our rights away, Florida. Take our rights away. That's the same Danley whose fingerprints were found on Paddock's hoard of ammunition packed into unused rifle magazines. Okay. He sent her. Okay, there was a Spanish woman. They say she's Spanish, but I've worked with Filipinos before. They look Spanish. You can't really tell the difference because a lot of Spaniards did flee to the Philippines and they mated with the Asian population, or I don't even know if you can call them Asian. You know what I mean, because it's Hispanic as well. It's like a Hispanic Asian. That's what a lot of the people in the Philippines are. So, do you remember that woman that was caught 45 minutes before the shooting happened in Las Vegas, telling everybody they were going to die in a mass panic? And I know there are crazy people out there, but you don't discount stuff like that when there's an event like Las Vegas where 58 or 57 people die at the hands of one person, quote unquote, in a room that ends up killing himself with 2 bullet holes in his body. It's kind of like a Clinton suicide, right? Kind of like Vince Foster. He shot himself twice in the head, then he walked himself out into the woods and had soil from a place that, yeah, you get what I'm saying. You know, he's got 2 bullet holes. He's got one in his chest. We have FBI agents saying, I dumped him. And Joe Napoli overheard one of the SWAT saying, yeah, we dumped him. Dumped him is another sign of execution. We killed him. He's done. We have Brian Hodge, who's in the room, says he's in the room, and then he's miles away. He's miles away at another hotel in a town that's infested with ISIS, with Moreno, you know. Nobody's really connected the two of them together completely, but he's in the same he's in the same building as Moreno. It's all coming together, guys. True pundits on it. I mean, I have Las Vegas survivors like Route 91 Survivor on my channel for a reason. They were there that night. If you were in this shooting, you are terrified. You want to get to the bottom of what is going on. All right? So for someone to tell me that I'm actually credible and to what I'm saying, and I'm not saying I'm speaking facts or I'm some purveyor of truth, I'm just looking into it, guys. I'm a small channel, and I've gained a following just because people believe what I say. They believe in, not necessarily believe what I say, but they believe in my mission to gain truth and garner truth. But that's the same Danley whose fingerprints were found on Paddock's hoard of ammunition packed into the unused rifle magazines. So she goes to the Philippines, says that she's breaking. He sends her to the Philippines, supposedly. He sends $100,000 to the Philippines, which is a stronghold for ISIS. Thank God for Trump no longer, because ISIS has been killed. And Duerte. I don't like that guy, but, you know, if you can handle your own country. But ISIS does have strongholds in Philippines, so that's suspect, as we've gone over in other videos, that he's sending hundreds. Let me get a sip of my natty. Hold on. That's suspect, all right? Sending money over to the Philippines is suspect. And for Joe Lombardo to say, what did he say in that last press conference when I made the video about the closed case? He said he was unconspicuous, or I forget exactly what he said. Unremarkable. He was unremarkable. No, he's not, all right? Definitely not unremarkable. There's definitely many things that you could have done to look into it just a little bit more. FBI, instead of having ISIS attacks in Las Vegas and then covering it up because mass people will not go to Las Vegas in your corrupt town and they will not spend money if there's attacks, all right? ISIS claimed responsibility for this attack 4 different times. They have a 95% accuracy rating as to when they claim attacks, they claim the attacks they did or were a part of. That's just facts. Like I said before, you would think that like they would want to, like, oh yeah, we did that. But there are so many mass attacks that happen they don't claim. They're very legit when they claim they did it. Why did they claim it 5 times? Why did they make a propaganda piece that was on Fox News that I watched a year and a half before the event took place? And I kind of scoffed when I watched it at work. I'm like, they ain't going to get us on our own home turf. Are you kidding me? Like, what are they going to do? Like, blow up the Eiffel Tower in Las Vegas? No. They just shoot up a bunch of whole Trump supporters probably. That's what they do. So Dan Lee fingerprints were found on Paddock's hoard of ammunition packed into unused rifle magazines. They were unused. They weren't used, which is another thing. Why did he just stop shooting? I mean, the police were just sitting outside, you know. He could have killed like 5 more people, if not. Battery's low. All right, so she helped him pack up the magazines. What I think is she had him... or he had her, hey, hon, help me pack these magazines up, right? She's an FBI informant. Why is her fingerprints Why are her fingerprints all over these magazines of fully loaded clips? Why did the shooting end? Why were there sporadic parts to where he stopped shooting for so long, like the volleys? Why? FBI informant, FBI informant, FBI informant. They just keep coming out in these FFs, these mass FFs. They keep coming out. They're always linked to the F blue. Public available intelligence obtained from Consumer Credit Reporting Bureau showed Danley claimed the Federal Bureau of Investigation as her place of employment. Interesting revelation. When contacted Friday, one FBI source said one FBI source said the bureau might have made payments to Danley, but it's above my level, quote unquote. The source said, referring to access to the FBI's confidential informant participation in payment records. The source said bosses are concerned with the new revelations, not sure why that word's so hard to get out, about Danley's financial relationship with the FBI. In FBI speak, Danley could have been a paid asset, and that's obvious. And concerned means folks are getting ready to cover their own asses if payments were made to Danley either before or after the massacre. Perhaps FBI Director Christopher Wray can shed light on the matter. I doubt it. I don't like that guy. You need to get Jeff Sessions the hell out. You need to get Rosenstein the hell out. And Mueller needs to stop. Mueller was in place a week before 9/11 happened. He covered it up. The only reason Mueller is currently in there is because they're covering up their crimes. You have a year and a half into his presidency, and you're getting people on tax shit that had nothing to do with his candidacy, had nothing to do with him. You got nothing. I told people time and time again, if anybody had any dirt on Trump besides propaganda, you can show us time and time again about bullshit Russian collusion, which Hillary colluded with the Russians. Look at my last video. I'm not going further into it. You would have got him. That dude would have never stepped in the White House. They don't got shit. He's clean as a whistle, and I'm very surprised. I thought they would have got something. But this dude's clean as a whistle. So get Christopher Wray out. He's not doing shit. They're gross. Jeff Sessions needs to get the hell out of there. He's covering for them as well. I have evidence on that. I can make another video on. Perhaps FBI Director Christopher Wray can shed light on the matter, and he won't. Or Danley, if you can find her, if you can find her. It took the FBI days to locate her and interview after the Mandalay Bay massacre. Danley's an Australian national, just like Brian Hodge. Five Eyes. She's not a U.S. citizen. Of course, this bombshell intel is coming from FBI sources on the Beltway. Corrupt Las Vegas FBI field office, headed by Aaron Ruse, the same FBI field office that has not been able to pinpoint a motive for the October 1st, 2017 massacre. Route 91, 10-1, 911-01, 9/11-01 massacre that killed 57 people in hopes of getting Mr. Chertoff, who's on the board of director for the government and his company that sells body scanners. They want to put body scanners in everybody's hotels, in their schools, and Chertoff will make a lot of money off that. And George Soros made a short put on MGM a week before it happened. What's a short put? That's when you sell off your stock. You sell the stock off so you can cash out on your stock. Look into that. Little wonder why the narrative doesn't fit the crime if the person whose fingerprints are on the ammunition also happens to be on your FBI payroll. A YouTube video surfaced Thursday highlighting a database search with Danley's apparent employment linked to the FBI is reported by a database giant Intellis as well. Great find. Whoever posted this video, great find. Great find. All right. I'm a little worked up in this. I haven't drank too much, so as someone else commented, don't smoke so much, don't drink so much. We need people awake in this. All right, guys, looks like it's the end of that. Like, subscribe. If you dislike the video, please dislike. Leave a comment below. They are blocking my comments. They are deleting my subscribers. I love you guys, all my hawks out there. If you guys have any other information, please let me know. Let me know what you thought about the video. This is just, you know, it doesn't surprise me anymore. It really just doesn't surprise me. All right, I'm done talking. I'm going to get this out to you guys so you guys can consume the information and go hawk out on your own investigations. Love y'all. Born a Hawkeye, out.